Hello there, Math 133 students. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the CamScanner app on your phone in order to be able to take scans of documents and submit them for your instructor, either through email, say if it's a worksheet for a face-to-face student, or through my Stat Lab if you're uploading a document into my Stat Lab, say for the online class. All right, so I have here a document that is for Math 133 online. This is paper pencil packet number 1. And of course this one's blank, but you would have it all filled out. In general, obviously, usually pen is best, or pencil that's been written with darkly. So if you do use pen, however, be sure to use whiteout or whiteout tape to make it so that it looks nice and clean for your instructor. Scratching out is not generally a good thing. So I have the CamScanner app on my phone. Let me show it to you. So here it is, my CamScanner app. And it's asking me right here, I have all my documents, and it's saying, hey, do you want to start a new document with this little picture icon down here? So that means you could take a picture with your camera on your phone. And that's indeed what I want to do. So I'm going to click that little icon. Don't mind I have the free version here, so it's got ads, so don't pay any attention to that stuff. So ads. So I'm going to click on that little icon, and it pulls up the camera and it's ready to go. So you want to pick up the phone enough, and let me move this down so you can see it a little better. But I'm trying to pick up the phone so that way and maneuver it so that I have the whole page on my screen. So I want to get the whole page cover to cover, and I don't want too much of the extra stuff on the back, like the black stuff behind on my desk. So I'm going to click the little photo icon when it looks good and I've got everything on there. And then it asks you, hey, how did you want to crop that? Oh, and this one tilted it sideways. That's no good. So let me go back. I'm going to discard that one. That's okay, it happens. Let me try again. So I'm going to zoom out. If I get a little bit of extra stuff, it's all right because I can always crop it out later. There we go. So that one's nice. I just have a little bit of extra black edge over there on that side. I could pick up this little middle dot and just kind of move my edge in just a touch so that I don't have extra stuff on the outside that's black. That's generally not a good look. And then when it looks good, I click the little check mark and it's going to copy that image. Now you have some options for how you want to deal with it. Me personally, a lot of the time I use auto because it automatically lightens everything. My original was actually quite dark because I have shadows cast on my paper, but if I go with automatic, it automatically kind of lightens and brightens everything and it looks really nice. So when that page is good and it looks good, page 1 is done, so I click the little check mark, it's what I want, and then it's still sitting in this document. Right, so I need to make more pages. So I'm going to click on the icon again. I'm going to get rid of the first page and move on to the second page. So I pull my phone up again. I click the little icon. Yes, good. This one did a bad job because it's trying to crop out all what it sees as the extra stuff, but we don't want that. So we kind of go in here and I'm moving my lines around. Now if you just pick up a corner, it'll actually let you just move the corner, which is kind of terrible because you don't want that diagonal line back there. So if you do that, you got to kind of grab the other corner and pull it down as well. You're trying to make it look nice and like it looks on the page. And when you're done, you click the little check mark and say OK. It'll kind of crop everything, make it nice. And again, I like the auto lighten feature because the instructor is going to have to print this out, so you want it to look nice for them. All right, that's good. Page 2 is done. And you just keep going and going and going like this until you have all your pages photographed. So I'm going to stop at 3. Oopsie, and I wanted to do that. It did a terrible job. It's zooming in on this one bit. So I'm going to grab the middle dots. If you grab the middle dots, it'll do a better job pulling the whole line over. And then say, yep, that's okay, and it'll do fine. There we go. And you just keep going and going and going like this until you have all of your pages scanned. All right, so when they're all set, you're on your last one, your last page. This one's 3, but the actual document for this one is 12 for an online student. If you're a face-to-face student doing this for a worksheet, you might have only 3. So there they are. Now I want to name this. So I'm going to click up here on the name. And this whole business is automatic. That's terrible, right? So we want to name it something that our instructor will know who we are and what the heck we're trying to submit. So for an online student, what I would do is last name, sorry, I have to do this sideways. So last name, whatever your last name is, that's often a good sign because usually nobody else in the class will have your last name. Unless you have like a really common name like Smith or Johnson, in which case you might want to give them like the first name as well. So last name, first initial or something like that. And then for this one, it's paper, pencil, packet, number 1. So I'm going to pick PPP 1. Or you could say worksheet 3.1 or WS 3.1 or PPP 2 or project 3 or whatever you're doing. So name it something that gives an instructor an idea of what you're doing and what this is. One little caveat to this. If you're going to upload online, you never want any of these symbols in here. Like the number sign, the hashtag sign, that is bad. The and sign is bad. The dollar sign is bad. Like you don't want any symbols, just letters and numbers, that's it. Right? Anything else and it'll screw it up and it won't let you upload it. So always keep it just clean with name and numbers, and that's all. That's just my little caveat to you. So when it's okay, say check mark okay. And there we go. And now you can share it. Now you'll notice it's a PDF file. That's what we want. We want a PDF file. You can see it in the little icon right there. It says PDF. And for sharing it, you can share it, but not as a JPEG, right? You don't want to send it as an image. You want it as a PDF file. JPEG images are terrible. And then you decide, like, how do you want to share it? Well, I can email it to myself and then upload it from a computer, or I could get that's what I would do. I'm just going to email it to myself. So I'm going to email it to takialanaj@jccmi.edu, and I don't even need to put anything on it. Then I actually have a record of it as well, which is even nicer. So now it's not only going to be on my phone, but when I click send, it's going to have it on my computer program as well. So little ads come up. That's okay. Cool. And that's it. Right? So now I have it in my computer because I emailed it to myself and I can upload it from my computer. Nice, huh? All right, so let me go see if I can show you the upload from the computer part. 1 second. So now I'm going to go to my email. I'm not actually going to go to it on screen because obviously I can't show you my email service, but since I sent it to my JC email, I actually have it on my JCC email address. So if I click jccmi.edu and I go to email, me personally, I have a Jackson College email, so would any student in our classes. So then I would go log into my account and go save the file. Now I'm not going to show you all that bit, but I'm going to save it onto my desktop for myself. Or you could save it into a folder or wherever you want to save it on your computer. Some place that you can upload it from that when you go to upload, you'll know where the heck it is. So me personally, I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So I'm going to pause you, but I'll be right back. So here's the email file. I've managed to block everything else. So it's an email from myself to myself. So I would go here to the icon and I would click download. I'm going to download it onto my desktop. Currently, it's actually, I don't even need to download it onto my desktop. It's currently going into my downloads folder. And as long as I know it's there, I can upload it from there. Of course, if all you need to do is email it to your professor, then you could have emailed it right from your phone. You just want to remember to email it as a PDF file. But if you're in an online class, you have to upload it for various reasons. So let me go to mystatlab.com. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to show you how to upload this. Go away. All right, so 1 second, let me sign in. So here I am in my MyStatLab course. So in my MyStatLab course, I go to Course Tools, I go to Document Sharing, and there'll be a whole bunch of categories here. So Project 1, Project 2, etc., etc. So in the online course, there's actually lots of them. In a face-to-face course, you won't actually see the paper pencil packets. But of course, in a face-to-face course, you're most likely just emailing this to your professor anyway. So I would click on Paper Pencil Packet 1 because that's where I want to submit this. And then I go down here to Upload Document. And then I want it to be for the instructor only, no sharing with the whole class, just for the instructor. And I click on Choose File. And then I have to go find it in my file structure. 1 second. All right, so here the file is in my downloads. It's my most recent download. So I click on that. And again, instructor only, there it is, last name, and I click Upload the document. And I'm going to name it. So I'm going to name it Paper Pencil No pencil 1 for last name. Right, so put in your last name, put in your first name, etc., etc. Put in something nice, and then click Add Entry, and it's done. And you can see it's right in there. So that's mine, that's the owner of it, and so on. You should be able to see yours in there. And there you have it. So that's how to use CamScanner. And again, if you don't have to do the upload portion, then you're kind of done after you've taken the pictures of the documents, and then you can just email them to your professor from your phone. But if you have to upload them for the online class, then this is how to do it. I hope that helps.